Aleksej Pokuśevski, or Poku, as he's known on the internet, is the 2020 NBA Draft's mystery man. Poku is an insanely talented 7-footer with a plethora of NBA-level skills. Poku can stroke it like a guard, either off the bounce or off movement. He runs the floor like a gazelle, where he can go coast to coast and either finish or make plays for his teammates. The Serbian hooper has that Joker-like passing gene, and like his fellow countrymen, some of his passes are jaw-dropping. There's no doubt that the offensive potential, along with the potential rim protection, will intrigue NBA front offices. Teams will just have to decide how enticing that potential is, and how likely Poku is to reach that sky-high potential. While the numbers may not show it, our guy Poku has crazy potential as a shooter. It's almost become mandatory for bigs to be able to spot up and stretch the floor, and Poku has a quick, smooth stroke that is bound to translate at the next level. Because of his height and quick release, Poku has no problem getting looks off with a hand in his face. With that said, Poku tends to snakebite the release a bit on contests, which is one of the reasons for the low shooting percentages. But what really makes Poku an interesting shooting prospect is his ability to shoot on the move as smooth as a guard. This shot may not have gone in, but damn, it looks pretty. And that ability to shoot on the move causes defenders to have to hard contest. This make takes an absurd amount of skill and fluidity that is rare in 18-year-old guards, let alone 7-footers. Poku has an array of ways to reach into his bag to get off jumpers, like he does here, knocking down the triple off the DHO. But Poku is a project, and the reality is an NBA team may be hesitant to let an 18-year-old kid take a high volume of off-the-bounce threes, especially contested threes. Now, because Poku can shoot it in a variety of ways, he's able to attack the rim on hard closeouts. And this is an important aspect of his game because it allows him to get to the line some, which is not something he does regularly. Poku will get stronger, like any teenager does, and hopefully that means he'll start going to the basket more aggressively like he does here with the pretty touch finish. Poku is way too fluid with his movements and ball handling to primarily turn himself into an outside shooter. He needs to use NBA space to get close shots at the rim. And it's something coaches will demand of him, because right now, he's a little soft taking the ball to the hoop. If he's gonna drive to the rim, he's gonna have to be okay with getting into the body of the big. Because when Embiid or Gobert are waiting for him, he's gonna get his shit sent if he doesn't take it strong. And then, you hate to see this. Drives to the hoop, probably gets fouled, but instead of getting back on defense, he pouts, leaving his team vulnerable in transition. Right now, Poku has a theoretical in-between game. He's got the ability to get to spots, but doesn't yet have the touch to finish from them. But being able to cleanly get the looks off is an encouraging sign long term. Where Poku could be interesting one day is in the mid-post area. Face him up and let him shoot over the defense, or take it to the rim. Kinda like Chris Bosh. But if he's gonna play in this area, he's going to have to get stronger to hold his ground. He can't let guys push him off the spot and poke the ball away. Again, if he's having trouble in the league he's currently playing in, we're ways away from him operating here at the NBA level. But again, just seeing him get some of these looks off cleanly, make or miss, is encouraging. And I can't put all misses in this section, so here's a beautiful left-handed in and out mid-range jimmy coming off a high screen. So pretty. Now let's get into the most exciting part of Poku's game, which is his ability to grab and go. Poku has a pretty unbelievable ability to get a board and take it full court to the hoop. Either off a rebound or a steal, Poku's looking to push the ball. An incredibly skilled ball handler, Poku looks like he's 6'6" dribbling up the court. I mean, look at these full-speed moves from a 7-footer. In and out, behind the back. Bigs aren't supposed to handle this cleanly. Poku's ability to push the ball and take it to the rim and draw fouls is another huge part of his development going forward. Poku needs to shoot free throws if he's gonna ever reach his massive ceiling. And while I love how Poku's looking to start the break every time he has a chance, NBA defenders are gonna strip him if he tries to do too much weaving in and out of traffic. He'll need to be more opportunistic at the next level. And this is one of the ways to start the break without over-dribbling, as Poku makes a beautiful outlet pass to his teammate running the wing. And Poku can pass the freaking rock, man. This is a point guard level read. Drives hard to the paint, collapses the defense, and a perfect on-the-move drop-off to the big. This possession is absurd and shows off the ridiculous skill level of the 18-year-old. Gets the board, hits the outlet, runs the floor, and then makes a stupid, one-handed, behind-the-head tap pass to the wing. Ridiculous stuff. Poku looks like Lonzo Ball on this three-quarter court outlet. Dude is just a ridiculous passer. The rare passing ability from a big is something he shares with his Serbian brethren Nikola Jokic. Poku's potential to make plays out of the short roll a staple at the next level is mouth-watering, man. The kid just has unreal vision. Not many bigs in the draft that can stop on a dime, go behind the back, and then make a perfect cross-court pass to the weak side shooter. And look at this quick behind-the-back pass right on the money to his teammate. That is a potential assist at the next level. The most interesting aspect of his passing game at the next level is as a pick-and-roll initiator. What poise and patience as the defense shows a soft double to use his height to see over the D and drop in a smooth pass to the roller. Comes off the screen, change of pace hezzy, sees the top defender drop to tag the roller, and makes a one-handed live dribble pass leading to a layup as the defender has to hard close. Another advanced read off the Spain pick-and-roll action. Corner defender leaves to tag the roller under the hoop, and Poku hits the corner shooter for the open three. Same thing here on this possession. This time, Poku gets a little deeper, and his shooter has all the time in the world to get the look off. And the kid doesn't need a screen to make plays for his teammates. Is this Poku or LaMelo? Just an absurd pass in traffic to the weak side corner. Now that we broke down Poku's offense, let's dive into his defense. The first thing that pops off the page are his shot blocking instincts, where he can use his length from a standstill or come over from the weak side to swat shots at the hoop. And even when he doesn't get a piece of the ball, he can still affect shot attempts around the rim just by getting his hands up and being big. Poku averaged almost 3 blocks for 36 minutes, and he does it in a variety of ways like this transition pin. And here we see the fluidity, length, and timing as Poku gets himself a pretty chase down block. And when he's not blocking shots in transition, he's capable of using that length to get in the passing lanes, and then do ridiculous things, like this over-the-head, on-the-money pass to his teammate, starting to break the other way. But he can also get a little lazy in transition, where he'll often just lazily reach in and pick up a quick foul on guards pushing the ball. He may be able to get away with this kind of stuff in the second division, but NBA coaches surely won't appreciate it. Now, as a team defender, Poku has a ways to go, but he's shown encouraging flashes. Does a good job recovering to his man near the hoop and making a quick decision helping to the roller and getting the strip. Nice job here by Poku coming over and reading the weak side cutter. Gets his hands up, forcing the miss. Now he just needs his teammates to hit the boards. This is one of Poku's best possessions. Sees man and ball, strong close on his man, keeps his head on a swivel, talks things out, doubles down forcing a bad kick out, and he gets a good contest on the shooter. Now, looking at areas to improve, Poku can often get a little sloppy. He starts the possession strong here, but as the ball swings, he stands straight up, overreaches, and can't recover to the kick out, giving up dribble penetration. It doesn't hurt him here, but it does on this next possession, as we see him gamble in the passing lanes in the final 2 minutes during a one-possession game. That gamble leads to a gimme 3 that ties the game up. This next possession, Poku tries blitzing the screen, overshoots it, and just lazily reaches in. Weak side defender tries to rotate and gives up the open 3. Sloppy all around. Poku just completely loses focus here, drops too low on the 2-on-2, and loses track of the ball, leading to the wide open 3. Maybe a miscommunication here, but the switch never comes and it leads to another uncontested 3. Now, maybe the scouting report said to go under the screens, but this probably wasn't the guy to go under on. Now on the weak side, Poku's trying to stay focused on his man and ball, but again, makes the wrong move on the screen. This time, goes way over the flare, and his man has another uncontested 3. Sloppy rotations all around from Serbia here, and Poku compounds it by leaving the strong corner and gives up another open 3. This possession, we see Poku get back into the play late because he starts it out completely focused on his man on the weak side. By the time he gets over to the drop-off, he can't recover, and it's a layup. Just a half-ass swipe here. Can't get to the spot in time and get his body in front of the ball handler, and it leads to an N1. Now let's get to his closeouts. He's got to clean them up. Hops into it and gets blown by. Same thing here. Offensive players are too good with too much space for this to happen at the NBA level. Next, let's see some possessions guarding the perimeter. Does a good job beating his man to the spot, forcing the retreat, switches his stance, and forces a tough contested one-handed floater. Good job here staying with his man off ball, a much better closeout on the skip, and then does a good job moving his feet and staying with his man, leading to the kick out. Now, Poku does a good job here staying with his man and forcing a tough fall away on the first drive, but it's probably a blow-by at the NBA level. But you play who's in front of you. Then he finishes the play off in good held possession, getting long and deflecting the kick out. And he's got quick, long hands that'll cause deflections and the ability to turn that defense into offense. That length also comes in handy when he needs to get a hand up on jumpers. His long arms were made to frustrate three-point shooters. Now, even with all the question marks, Poku's raw skills are so enticing that it wouldn't shock me to see a team select him towards the end of the lottery. Like Bol Bol last year, the further Poku drops, the more the risk starts mitigating and the reward starts booming. Poku won't be ready right away, but if the kid grows into his body and teams are patient, sky is the limit.